Guys, my hair is on day 7, so if it looks greasy, it's because it is. What's up guys, I'm Deirdre, welcome to my channel. I work in tech and I bring the same analytical point of view to my beauty space here on YouTube. So if that sounds good, I would love it if you would join the fam by subscribing below. But today I have another mineral sunscreen review for you guys. So these are one of my favorite products to test out and it's your favorite video to watch from me. So today I have got the new RMS sunscreens. These are a recent launch from RMS and these are the most expensive sunscreens that I own. If you want to see application and demo clips and whether or not I think this is worth the rather hefty price tag, stay tuned, let's get into it. Just a little bit about RMS Beauty as a brand before we jump into the specifics of this particular product. If you're only interested in the product details, I will definitely leave the timestamp below so you can skip right ahead. I myself love learning about the brands and what they stand for and being able to highlight anything that I find super special to you guys. So RMS Beauty was started by a New York City based makeup artist. Her name is Rose Marie Smith and she is famous for working with a lot of Victoria's Secret models. So Giselle and also Miranda Kerr are some top names that you might know. The brand has a completely clean ethos, and one of the things that I really like about them is that their primer as well as their blushes and their foundation are all able to be ordered as refills, which helps save a lot of plastic and waste. Props to the brand for finding ways to save a little bit of plastic. I do have multiples of these blushes and they just launched 3 new really beautiful shades. I've mentioned this before, but it's always an option to just buy the refill size of the blushes and then pop it into an empty palette. I'll list some of those empty palettes that you can scoop up on Amazon below. So if you were interested in these blushes, but they were just a little bit outside your price range, or you just like the idea of limiting your plastic consumption, then definitely check out the refill sizes. Another call out from the website is that they do offer complimentary consultations with a makeup artist. They have a bunch of different types of consultations. A few of them are an SPF deep dive as well as a complexion consultation and then also RMS Beauty deep dive. So there are more online. If you are interested to meet with a makeup artist and discuss your routine, then that is a free service that they offer. Oh, and I did want to mention that there is also a promo available on the RMS website. If you shop through the link below, it will give you 30% off a purchase of $60 or more. So a pretty good deal there. And I believe that you have to be a new customer to RMS. So please take advantage of that and save yourself some money if any of these products interest you. Filming snack, dried mangoes are unmatched. Oh my God. Leaf blowers. I'll see you guys in a second. Anyway, lawn guys are still here, but we are pushing through. There are no lawn blowers. Lawn blowers were never invented. Zoom in on the RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum. This is an SPF of 30 and it is an all mineral sunscreen. The only mineral filter in this sunscreen is zinc oxide. Just as a refresher, there are only 2 mineral sunscreen filters. One is titanium dioxide and the other is zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is the superior mineral filter because it does better at protecting your skin against UVA, think aging, rays. So I am okay with a sunscreen that has only zinc oxide in it, but I will not apply a sunscreen that has the other mineral filter, titanium dioxide. So this product specifically is 20% zinc oxide, and that is a pretty high percentage of zinc oxide. The percentage of zinc oxide doesn't necessarily correlate with what the SPF is. For example, even though this is a higher percentage of zinc at 20%, this is still only an SPF of 30 because there are a lot of different factors that play into this. While RMS is sold in Sephora, this product specifically is not on the Sephora website, and I did see that it is only available to be shipped in the US. You guys, this is the most highly fragranced product that I own. There are so many fragrant ingredients in this. There is bergamot, orange peel, I don't know how to pronounce this, but lemony, linalool, citronella, and lavender oil. And the scent of these is what you might expect with all of those fragrant ingredients. So if you guys have a problem with bad smelling face skin, then this is definitely the product for you. Just kidding. I do not know why RMS Beauty needed to put all of those fragrances in our sunscreen, but it is what it is. So shade range is light, medium, and rich. and it is a tinted skin nourishing mineral-based daily sunscreen serum and soft focus radiant complexion corrector with natural looking illumination and SPF 30 broad spectrum protection. The claims are that it evens skin tone, boosts radiance, and corrects imperfections with a subtle, soft focus radiant filter. How many times are you going to use radiant? We get it, okay? Additionally, they say it's formulated with complexion correcting soft focus technology. They just keep repeating radiance and soft focus. I get it. And powered by Glowplex, a complex of natural peptides such as quinoa seed extract, niacinamide, and pea extract. This unique lightweight formula soothes skin and boosts radiance instantly over time. So I do like that there are peptides in here, and I am a fan of niacinamide, and I also typically get along well with squalane. So beyond the absolute dumping of fragrant ingredients in this, they do have some good ingredients to back up their skin-loving claims. And I want to clarify that I don't want to demonize fragrant ingredients in skincare. I know that some people find that it's a part of the experience and that it adds to their ritual of their skincare. It doesn't provide me any benefits to have those fragrant ingredients in there, and so I would just prefer something that is unscented. I do, however, have and love some products that do contain fragrance, and I'm okay with those fragrances as long as they don't have any negative impacts on my skin, such as irritation or making me break out. So I have spent a couple weeks with this product, and when I first got it, I wore it every day for 5 days. I really wanted to use it for that long in order to be able to speak on whether it was irritating to me or not, and I have to say that it was not visibly irritating to my skin in any way. I've worn the lightest shade on its own. I've also mixed these both together, as well as using these as more of a highlight and a bronzer. So let's talk about the dry down, because as I've stated before, I think that how a SPF dries down on the skin really is one of the most important factors. And I found that this product maintains a healthy amount of moisture in your skin, but still dries down to about a 70%. So I think that a 70% dry down really is an ideal place to sit, because while it still maintains a nice moisture veil across your face, it's not going to be slipping and sliding or interfering with your makeup application, but it still retains a dewy, healthy glow. As far as how this wears under makeup, I think it looks beautiful. It lends a really subtle glow. Subtle is like my favorite word to describe makeup products, just a touch beyond natural. So subtle glow, subtle blurring. These are things that I look for in my products. The formula does have light reflecting particles in it, so especially on the high points of the face and under the brows is where I most appreciate this formula. I did find that the lightest shade was a little bit too light for me to be applying across the entire face, whereas the medium shade was definitely too dark for me. My perfect shade would definitely be in between these two, leaning towards the light side. You'll see in the clip when I mixed both of the light shade and the medium shade together that it's still too dark for my skin tone. So while I'm glad to see that RMS has that rich shade in the lineup, I do think that there's opportunity for them to expand this shade range. I do agree that this provides a beautiful blurring effect to the skin. It definitely diminishes the appearances of my age spots as well as any blemishes that I'm experiencing. There is a light reflecting component to this formula that looks like beautiful, glowing, and healthy skin, but without any visible glitter or shimmer particles. The effect that I get when mixing the light and the medium shade is really like the perfect marriage of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter and the D-Bronzy drops. But as you can see in the swatch differences here, it's like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter just taken one notch down, which I find to be a lot more natural. So I've really enjoyed having both of these in my collection in order to be able to mix them to achieve that glowing and bronzy skin. In this area of the face, I do have my largest pores, and this definitely does not do anything to blur those. And if anything, it might enhance the texture a little bit. So while I love a glowy cheekbone, forehead, under the eye, radiance is not really something that I'm going for in the smile lines. So while I do love the effect of this product, I will not be using it as my standalone SPF. I am going to be applying one of my other mineral sunscreens and then mostly using this as a glow enhancer, or this one, the medium shade, as just a bronzer and the light shade as a highlight. All right, let's talk value. So these cost $48 for 1 ounce of product. That is definitely the most expensive sunscreen that I own. And honestly, thinking about it, it is the most expensive mineral sunscreen that I even know of. Let me know if you guys know of any sunscreens that are more expensive per ounce than this one. So at that rather hefty price point, I actually am pretty glad that I didn't love this as an SPF, because I would be using way more of it if I was using it as an SPF than if I'm just using it as makeup. But as far as application as makeup to provide a really healthy glow and a nice amount of bronze, I absolutely love these products. If they did launch a shade between the light and the medium, I do think that I would go ahead and pick it up. But if we're talking about if I'm going to be repurchasing either of these at the current shade, I can't say that I would. If I had an unlimited budget for as many cosmetics as I wanted, then I would definitely pick these up again. But because it would be almost $100 for 2 ounces of product if I got them both again, I probably wouldn't make that purchase. All right, guys, that does it for me. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today as we talked through the RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum. I really hope that this was helpful to you. And if it was, I would love it if you would drop me a comment or a like down below. It really helps me out. But until my next video in a few days, I will see you then.